Hey everyone, my name is Tim and this is Freightmaster Resources. So today, bit of a news story, and I'm going to keep this video kind of short. CDL Life, a few other places that have kind of posted this out. It was on the news earlier. Truckers gather on Houston roadway to protest low freight rates. If you guys haven't seen it, I'll leave a link to the article. It's just a short little article, and there's a little video clip that goes along with that. And I understand, truckers' frustration right now with things the way they are. But at the same time, I just kind of want to remind everyone, sort of like in my yesterday's video, not to lose sight of things. I realize, your insurance rates are up, even though fuel's come down, things like this. But ultimately, let's back up. 2018 was a phenomenal year for trucking, right? And as a result of that, we saw a flood of new carrier MCs. We saw a flood of driver recruiting and, fleets adding on. Maybe some of those owner-operators were adding more trucks, et cetera, et cetera. And what that did was it brought in an overcapacity. So in 2019, just last year, what we saw was a marginal year at best, right? And then now, we were all kind of expecting, with the upcoming produce season to start, kind of March, April, to get going. And then what happens? We get hit with this pandemic. And it really kind of squashed things. We've seen produce shippers that can't sell their produce. There was that video with that gentleman, onion shipper, just dumping them. Everybody's hurting all the way around. Maybe not quite so much as truckers. I get that. But we need to take into consideration that with no freight, there's like an average of like 6 trucks nationwide per load. Okay, so naturally that's going to have an effect on freight rates. Not all freight rates, because not all shippers are created equal. So you've got some shippers out there that are paying better, some other ones that are still sending out bids, race to the bottom, and it's really kind of a crappy thing, because when you consider what's going on right now, even taking into consideration that yes, they have a business, they want to save as much money as possible, right? They need to do what they need to do for their business, but at the same time, they should be at least offering a fair freight rate. I talked to a driver just the other day. He was saying the best rate he could find coming out of Florida was like 50 cents a mile. That's obscene. That's what, like probably a third of your operating costs, if you're lucky? That's just, it's crazy. And I don't know who the brokers were or broker that he was dealing with. Maybe they were getting like I said, $1.10, $1.50 a mile on it. I don't know, but he's saying that that's the best that he could get out of it. I like I said the other day, I was able to get a driver, like, was it $2.10, $2.20 a mile. It was a little bit better. My margin on that, I don't know what it was, like maybe $50 or something like that, $30. Let me just double check. I'll tell you here in 1 second. Let me flip through my. $30 I made on that load. So, yeah, and like I said, I've got like 95% of my customers are shut down at least until the end of the month. So, I mean, I realize that everybody's hurting, but let's all try to keep our heads. Let's try to be rational about this. Let's try to handle things in a logical way. You new carriers that came into things and then are now getting hit with this, you guys are probably seeing things the toughest. You know, new truck payment, you know, you're probably getting hit hard with the insurance, probably harder than others. Yeah, it's crazy. That being said, I'm going to call this video quits, guys. I just wanted to kind of give you guys if you hadn't heard about it already, I just thought I'd post a quick rundown on this. But don't forget, check out the truckersresource.com. I'll leave a link down below. If you're a broker, freightbrokerresources.com. And lots of good stuff on there. I do have some updated stuff that I'm going to be adding to the websites here in the near future. It's just kind of taking some time with everything else that I have going on. So bear with me, guys, and I will have some of those new features out there for you. And as always, be kind to one another. All right, take care, guys.